Is this bang for your buck or just crap? Let's find out. Welcome back to the Caveman. Today I am looking at a little lockbox type safe. This is a biometric safe for a bedside stand. And Onnais sent me, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, but Onnais sent me this one. It's called the Iron Pro. And I've heard mixed reviews about this, so I was dying to get my hands on one. Now, this is good, big enough to carry a I believe 2 handguns in here, a couple magazines. It's pretty good size. As you can see there, we'll open this up. I can put, this is a CZ compact. You can fit that in there by itself. As you can see, I still got enough room for another gun. This is internally lit. It has a biometric thumb scanner. You also have you can enter a digital code in there, plus keys. So you got 3 ways to unlock this thing. So, which is cool because you got fail safes. It also has, you put in 4 AA batteries, and it has charging. Sorry, I keep hitting the button. Charging right there with your C adapter. And it is probably, I believe, about a 16th inch steel construction. Is this something like you're looking at the really expensive ones where it's going to be fireproof and take a jackhammer to get into it? No. Is it something that'll keep your gun out of the hands of your kids, or give you that nice little peace of mind if you've got it mounted in your truck or at your bedside that nobody's going to be able to just run up there and grab it? Yeah, I think that is, because it's going to fit that envelope. I've heard some people dogging it before, and they were saying, oh, it's not going to keep anything safe. I think it has its own genre. Just like you've got the big old gun safes, and then you've got the gun lockers, like the stack-ons and things like that, the mossy oak ones, which it's kind of a sheet metal steel construction that you can lock your stuff in there. It's not going to need a forklift to get it in there. It'll keep your stuff safe. Now, if somebody really wanted to get into it, could they? Yes. And that was the problem what I had seen with these early on. Again, let me give a little demonstration here. So you've got buttons on the front. So when you first get it, it comes with all the screws and the cables to attach to lock it down, and a set of keys. And when you first get it, you take the keys and you unlock it just like that, and then you put in 4 AA batteries. Once you do that, you can hit reset 3 times and then put in a digital code in here. So I just went ahead and put in just to show it. We'll go 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, boom, opens right up. And what's kind of cool, I really like, it's got a nice, it's lit. It has 2 LEDs in there, blue LEDs, so whenever it opens up, that it's not just going to blind your whole room. You can see, but it keeps that, a nice little low dim in the room. It also has the thumb scanner, so when you're going to go reset 3 times, add, put in your code, and then you put in your code again, and then hit OK, and then locks it in. And then you just come back after you've got the code in, you hit add, and it'll prompt you to put your thumb down on there 6 times. Now, I think you can load in multiple fingers, and even if you decide, hey, I don't like that one, you can delete each one and redo them and keep the ones you want, keep the ones you don't want. So you can put in every finger. Of course, I just put in a thumb, and I've never had a biometric safe. All my stuff is usually the tackle traps and different things like that. So I was kind of curious on how quick it would work, but you put that on there, boom, that pops right open. And I've tried it, and it's like, oh man, is this going to be a generic thing? I'm going to be able to put my other fingers on there. I've been having to have my kids come test it. No, it's good. Put the one finger I got in there, boom, opens right up. Again, you can look in there. It is lined. It is foam lined all the way inside there. This is, again, if I didn't say it before, this is the Iron Pro. Now, the problem I had seen with this before, you see it's got a steel locking. They were saying that the locking mechanism inside here was plastic initially. And there was a video I watched where a guy was able to easily open it up with a screwdriver. So I was like, man, that ain't going to work. But is it going to be, like I said, the ones you got to hit it with a chisel? No, but this thing is pretty well constructed. I mean, it's not a flimsy piece of crap like they're saying, but they changed it out, and I believe now it has a metal locking mechanism. So I wanted to try it out and see. So I grabbed a screwdriver, and jam that sucker in there like that, trying to work it in there, just like the guy was doing in the video, until I could get that thing to pry open. So there you go. I got that in there. So I'm prying it open with the screwdriver. That's not going. Now, can I bend it? Yeah. But am I able to pop that lock? No, I'm not. I mean, if I took a crowbar to it, I could. Yeah. Now, I just, scarred up the finish a little bit, but it wasn't popping open. Like the guy before, he just stuck the screwdriver in there, it was like, boop, and it was open. So this is the Onnais Iron Pro. And I'm saying why do I think it's a really good choice? Like I said, a lot of those guys are like, oh man, if it ain't fireproof and I can't shoot it with a 357, it ain't gonna work. But if I need something I can bolt down and have my gun on my bedside and I don't have to worry about the kids getting into it or be able to get into it, or I can have it in my truck and it's going to be a deterrent from somebody that's going to be trying to steal my truck gun, this is where it's at. Because it only costs $69 on Amazon. $69. And you've got multiple ways to get in here. Like I said, you got a digital code you can put in there. Boom, open it right up. You can go through with a biometric scan. Once you get it on there centered, boom, open it right up. You got keys, the battery dies. Put it that way. You can charge it up if you need to. Man, it's got all the bells and whistles for $59. And they can improve the construction, so it's no longer, the one where you can just take a toothpick and pop it open. Now it's a little bit more secure. Now, like I said before, if somebody wants to get in it, are they going to be able to get into it? Probably, but they're going to have to, do a little bit of work where, if it's something like my kids just rock up and get into it, no, they're not going to get into it. That's good seams. Like you said, even with the screwdriver, you see, I had to kind of work the edges to get in there. Like, they're going to have to do it. So I don't have to worry about my 6-year-olds or my 10-year-olds walking in there and grabbing a hold of it and, potentially having an accident in my home, which is what you would want this for, is peace of mind. And I think you get it for $60. I don't think you can beat that, man. Again, this is the Onnais Iron Pro, man. Multi-featured, like I said, 3 different opening options, steel construction. I think it's probably made out of 16th-inch steel, if I had to guess. Like I said, I've been, I kind of beat on it a little bit and was it's not denting. It's, like I said, you got a little dust on there from my knuckles. But like I said, no dents. Look at it, no dents. It's really good construction. And then it just pops right open. And again, and I think it's pretty good, man. For $59, I think it is probably one of the best bang for your buck biometric safes that you're going to be able to find there on the market. Again, if I didn't say it before, the Onnais, in case I'm pronouncing it wrong, there it is, Onnais Iron Pro, man. I'd give it a look, man. All right, hope that gets what you need. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. Till next time.
Catch me on the down slide, I'll be heading.